In the previous course, you learned how to form major chords using the CAGED system. Here in course 4, you're going to learn how these major chord forms fit together with the major pentatonic patterns. And we're also going to take a look at converting the major chord forms into minor chord forms. So you can follow along with some of the figures from the book, or I've got some figures, including some new ones that are not in the book, embedded just below this video. So we're going to play in A major pentatonic pattern 1. Put your pinky right here at the 5th fret of the 6th string. If you want to start on the F sharp, you can. So within this pentatonic pattern, you have all of the notes of an A major triad. That would be the G-form arpeggio pattern. That's what I'm getting at here. This particular pentatonic pattern fits together with the G-form. So think about making a G right here, you know, as if you had a capo right there. And you could even play through the whole caged arpeggio pattern as well, like this. Part of the scale. And if you've ever wondered how some guitar players, no matter where they are on the neck, can play a chord shape, and they seem to always know what related scale tones are available to them to play, or vice versa, they might be playing in a scale, kind of riffing and jamming in a scale, but they always seem to know where these chord pieces are, and they're always connecting stuff to the scale. Well, it's because they visualize how they go together here. And we're actually going to go through the whole CAGED system. There's 5 major forms, and there's 5 major pentatonic patterns, and you're going to take a look at how each one of them goes together. Let me give you a couple other ideas that you can do. Instead of thinking as the scale as the chord shape and the scale pattern as being you know, separate components, and you would use one or the other, you can actually kind of mix them together. And what I'm really getting at here is that when you're playing the chord shape, you can think about the scale tones that are not in the chord shape, and you could add them to the chord. So here's a you know, here's part of the G-form chord shape. It's an A chord. So you might think about, well, which pentatonic patterns are not in the chord, and what do they sound like when they're added to the chord? So instead of, you know, well, here's a pentatonic scale tone, so what if we went, right? That's a neat sound. You know, let's move to maybe, what if we put this scale tone in there? So we did something like, maybe you add in both of them. So here's A major in the G form. And we're going to lower those major thirds to minor thirds. So you can build different minor chord shapes. How about or this one. Like that one. And this goes together with minor pentatonic pattern 5.